up guys, and welcome back to another video. So this one's going to be a little bit weird as we're going to be jumping backwards and forwards in time. As over the past few weeks I've been doing lots of pickups, lots of trading, and of course adding loads of games into the collection. So it's bright and early on a Friday morning and we have this massive bag of trading games to take into CEX. We got a large selection of games in here. We have original Xbox games, we even have some PS4 games, and of course that Wii console and the lone PS3 remote. So these are all going into CEX this morning, so let's see what we can find in there. As always, whenever I go to CEX, the first place I will always look is in the front window, and oh my gosh, it was absolutely bare. Seriously, there was a new Xbox One X and a PlayStation 5 and very, very little else. It's never a good sign when you go to CEX and see the window is full of Apple products and of all things an electric scooter, but hopefully be more things inside. I have a pretty clear idea of what I was looking for in CEX, but I always have a look in these glass cabinets. That NES cleaning kit also really caught my eye. That was kind of cool. And that copy of Mario 64 and Pokemon Blue are still there. But there was one thing which did catch my eyes. There was some Mega CD games, some pretty cool Saturn games, but there's actually a game for the Mega Drive, which I've been on the lookout for ages. I actually checked the stock online and they didn't have it, but in store it was there. As you saw from the video there from CEX, I was able to pick up one game from in-store, which actually leads on to a strange story. So I actually checked online to see if they had a complete in-box version for sale on the website, and they didn't. So imagine my surprise when I actually saw it complete in the box in my own local CEX, and that is of course this Mega Drive copy of Syndicate. It's kind of like an old school mix of Fallout and Cyberpunk, basically back on the Mega Drive. It's really nice condition. It has kind of lost the tag on the top. It has got the instruction manual, which is pretty beefy. So let's see how we did trading wise. So let's break down what I traded in. The Wii console with all its leads and controllers traded in for £14 of in-store credit after it was tested and they checked everything was fine. That was pretty good because with that £14 credit I just put that a little bit of change towards that copy of Syndicate. The rest of the stuff I'm going to use to spend online, and as we look with the receipt, which is pretty long, as you can see we traded in quite a lot of stuff. With all the trading credit for all those games and controllers and bits, that was £67 and 1p. So that does not include the Wii console. Some of the things that kind of stand out on here, the PlayStation 3 6-axis wireless controllers are trading in for £14 credit at the minute. So they're worth definitely trading in if you have any sitting in the back of a cupboard. Wii Sports has definitely dropped, trading in for just £6 now. Death Stranding, as you saw if you follow me on Instagram from a couple of weeks ago, I picked up in a 4 for £10 deal, and that traded in for £10, so I got my money back from that instantly. That is what it's all about, is buying the games, flipping them, and getting more credit for in CEX. So the reason I wanted to get some decent credit for CEX was once again to play the CEX lottery and try and buy some boxed N64 games. I think in my collection they are some of the games that make me the happiest and feel warm inside. So I went onto the CEX website. We're going to just go ahead now into the future, or is it the past? I forget how I've recorded this video, to see those games. We're going to be unboxing them together and see how we do with the CEX lottery. Okay then, here we go. This is what we have from that £67 of store credit we got from CEX. We have 5 lovely boxes delivered from CEX. So the store didn't have anything amazing, and I was looking for boxed N64 games, and they had a really good selection online. So I haven't gone for massively expensive titles, I've gone for some low-end ones, but I'm really trying to bulk out that boxed N64 game collection at the moment. So we're going to jump in. I may change the order up a little bit here to keep more exciting games for the end, but I'm really excited to open these up and see how we've done, because with CEX they will just describe them as good or mint. These are all described as good, so they should be complete in the box. They may or may not have instructions, so we'll see if the CEX gamble pays off this time, these boxed N64 games. Judging from these boxes that each game seems to have been delivered individually, I'm guessing each game's been delivered from a different store, which is quite interesting because 4 out of the 5 seem to have delivered in a nice strong cardboard box. But we have got one in one of these little jiffy bags, so I'm going to open this one up first and see what it's like. So I'm literally opening these as you see them, so we both get to see them at the same time what the condition is like. So this first game, oh dear, is Body Harvest. This is one of my all-time favourite N64 games. and you can see straight away this has had a severe sticker on it. But I think with some action, oh, that's quite nasty. So somebody has tried to peel off that pre-owned sticker at some point, and that has not gone well. But other than that, the box is in fairly good condition. I really don't know if I'd try and take that sticker off anymore. I think a bit of Goo Gone on there is probably the best bet. But let's crack it open and see what it's like inside. So one thing I do know about this, that's a good sign, it is fully complete. And that instruction manual is in really good condition actually. This game did always come with a plastic insert, which is my preferred way of getting it. And this is in really nice condition. Having a look at the cartridge, you can see there it's had a label on that will come off easy enough, and the cartridge itself is in quite good condition. So other than the sticker on the front of that game, I'm quite happy with that one, so we'll jump into the next one. Okay, on to the next box. So I'd say that one was a solid 5 or 6 out of 10. I'm not blown away by it, but I'm hoping this one's going to be a little bit more exciting. These ones are packaged a lot better. One thing I will say about that one, it might have just been packaged in one of those kind of jiffy envelopes, but it still came really well conditioned. But this one, they seem to have gone a little bit more all out on the old bubble wrap. So once again, this is quite a budget title, and we have F1 Grand Prix 2. And again, this box is in really quite good shape. There's not really any misshapenness to it. It's pretty solid, it hasn't been bent. It's really heavy, this one. Like, sliding it open, I can already see we have, that's why this instruction manual is really thick. For a racing game, I'm surprised it needs that many instructions, but again, that is in really nice shape. And the cardboard that goes inside is in really good condition. A lot of the times these can get crushed quite a bit. It's had a little bit of damage, and the cartridge is in absolutely incredible shape. This is quite a budget title, but one I wanted to add in while it's still in its cheaper phase. So pretty happy with this one, definitely a 6 or 7 out of 10. So third box, now looking pretty good so far. I'd say, yeah, I'm pretty happy with these. I've just realised there is actually a tear part in this box that should make opening these up a little bit easier. So a bit different this time. Instead of the bubble wrap, they've got this weird kind of created card, but again, like looking so a little bit rougher this time, but absolutely classic in Wave Race 64. But remember, this game is from the launch of the console. So you can see there the box is a little bit misshapen, but I think that will be able to be sorted out once it goes into one of the kind of car protectors. So yeah, it's got a little bit more damage. You can see along the spine there, and the bottom and the sides are slightly bent in, but it still feels fairly solid. And I think we are free for free in games with instruction manuals. So yeah, again, this one is a little bit rougher, a little bit worse wear, but it is fully complete. And the cartridge, it might be a little bit miscoloured, actually a little bit dusty and hairy on the top, but yeah, still a solid boxed N64 game at a decent price. So CEX doing well so far. Next box, once again, so we are free for instructions. Let's hope that carries on, and we'll see what's in this third box, which is a little different to everything. It just makes me laugh how CEX don't actually have kind of a uniform way of sending their games. So once again, we have the old weird stuff. I don't know what you call it. It's got a honeycomb cardboard. There's been a lot of recycling here, but this is possibly the best one we've had condition-wise so far, and that is Top Gear Overdrive. So this was actually a game I never played back in the day. I really enjoyed Top Gear Rally, but never played this one for some reason. So condition on that is actually really nice. The only thing I'd say is that little pre-owned sticker at the back, but a little bit of Goo Gone will get rid of that quite nicely. So jumping in, this is one of the best games condition-wise I think I've received from CEX. So again, we have the manual, and that is really nice this time. That's a really strong, clean, colourful manual. Really nice colours. I should really show you guys. Really nice colours inside, and the cartridge once again does look really good. I can't tell if there's a tiny amount of fading on the cart, but on the back is definitely absolutely pristine. Really looking forward to actually checking this game out. Again, the cardboard insert is in very good condition, but I can't get over this box. The box for this one is like absolutely fantastic. Definitely, I would go as far to say this is near on mint in my book. But you know, I would say this is a solid 8 out of 10. Probably the best condition game I've got from CEX so far. So really nice surprise. We're on to our last box, but I've got to say, so far I'm really happy with the game boxes. They've been solid 6 or 7s out of 10, and that Top Gear Overdrive was absolutely amazing value. So I've got high hopes for this very last box. So let's just jump straight in. You know, this one is by far the most wrapped we've had, and we're once again on the honeycomb cardboard. So the final game of this week's delivery, and probably the worst one I've received yet. So this is Turok 2 Seeds of Evil, and that box is pretty damaged. You can see at the side here, that's pretty wrecked. That's pretty wrecked. It has some tape holding it together at the bottom. It is somehow still complete. We have the cartridge, so you can see the cardboard bit inside there has been absolutely squashed over the years, but it does still come complete with the instruction manual and that really nice black cartridge. That is a little bit of a letdown for the last game, but I think once this kind of gets put into a cartridge protector, this will be a lot better. The thing is, when you get these boxes that hold the games, they do kind of make them go back into their original shape. So I'm hoping I can kind of restore this one back to its former glory. We've unboxed all the games, we've seen the conditions, so let's get to the breakdown. So overall, the big question is, again, would I buy boxed N64 games from CEX? And the answer is a resounding yes, but with a slight little asterisk on that. I think the thing was, I would not go for the high value games. Something like Majora's Mask or Conker's Bad Fur Day, when you're talking about £100 and upwards, it's hard to kind of justify the risk to reward when you're buying a game that could turn up in the same kind of condition as Turok 2. But the thing is, with that Turok 2 game, now I put it in a kind of box protector, it actually looks a lot better. And this is one of the things, I'm trying to preserve my childhood with these boxed N64 games. I think with the low end games, it costs about £10, even £20 is definitely worth doing it with CEX, especially if you've got some stuff to trade in to get that sweet, sweet in-store credit. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it's been quite informative and a way to get those retro games, trading in the kind of stuff you don't really want. If you've enjoyed the video, please remember to hit that like button, subscribe for new videos every Saturday, and also always keep playing the game. See you soon.